Salve, família, você agora vai acompanhar um episódio muito legal, tá? Vai estar legendado para vocês. A gente teve a oportunidade de ouro de conversar com um dos CEOs expoentes do mundo de cripto, que é o Zhou, da Bybit. Então, foi uma conversa muito interessante e que tive comigo como co-host o Nicolas, que ele é economista, especialista em inovação e trabalha como head de estratégia da Block Trends. Então, pô, me senti muito feliz fazendo e espero que vocês gostem também. Hello, people from Kritikê podcast. We are back, and today I have here an honor to be in front of Zhou, that is the CEO and founder of Bybit, one of the biggest exchanges in the world, and of course, every day is good to talk to global CEOs and understand what they are feeling in terms of the business. What are their impressions over Brazil, and we are here in Brazil recording this talk. So very nice to meet you, Ben.
Thank you for having me. And Brazil has been treating me amazing.
Good. And with me, I have here Nicolas. Nicolas, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicolas Saki. I am the head of strategic partnerships at Block Trends. We are an edtech company that gives courses about crypto, Web3, blockchain space. We also have a research outlet, so there's a lot of it. Nice to meet you all. Nice to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Good. Ben, I would start not with the business, because the business we can talk over our conversation. But I would like to start by the beginning. So when did you realize that this would be a market that you would be involved? And maybe for the first question, I heard that you learned a lot with baseball, so you have some tactical, situational understanding. What's that? So how baseball helped you to build this tactical understanding of the situation, and how do you think that this connected in the future with the creation of Bybit and the start of this business for you?
Yeah, I think very good question. First of all, I got into crypto or blockchain in 2017. A lot of us got into crypto in that time. I think it was the age of ICOs, and everything was trying to be decentralized. Decentralized coffee, decentralized tables, everything. It brought in it printed a very bright future for a lot of the people outside of the industry to realize the power of decentralization, that it offers a choice. So that's when I realized blockchain and crypto is the industry that I want to be fully involved in. I was previously in Forex or traditional finance. And then I was running a Forex broker. So for me, it was very natural to come into crypto. I'm a trader myself, so I was trading, and then I started to look at the exchange. So that's how Bybit was built. To answer your second question about baseball, I'm surprised I think you're the first one to ask me this question.
That's good.
Yeah, but I was a baseball player since I think 10 years old. I was born in a city in China that's very popular and famous for baseball, because we were occupied by Japan for about 100 years, and they have a lot of baseball, right? So, and then I went to the US and I was playing baseball. So I think baseball and this industry is very similar in the way that it's both very situational. It means that you cannot have you can have the basic playbook, but everything changes according to what's happening now. And that's exactly with crypto. You have policy that's been changing, compliance, regulator, new rules coming out, and you have new technology being released. For example, in the last bull run, we didn't have all these crazy DeFi, DAXs, all these different protocol technologies. In the last bull run, exchanges never had integration with custody services, but now you have. So infrastructure, everything is moving at the same time. And I think I'm lucky enough to be the guy that's driving the boat or the car. I use the baseball kind of mentality is to look at the situation and to make the best decision based on fundamental questions is what does the clients want? How can we create the value? How can we help them to actually pursue whatever they want to achieve in Web3? So these are the things we ask ourselves. So that's the fundamental, same as baseball. But every playbook is different. And that's what makes, I think, this job quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And what is amazing also is because in 2017, you are creating a company. And by 2024, and actually before that, you are sponsoring, for instance, Formula One. So as a human being, how does it feel to this change to be in one time starting to build something that you believe, of course, you believe this since the beginning, and in the other time, okay, now we have something, but the marketing is changing, the situation is changing. What is the difference as a human being to realize that you have all this responsibility now?
I love the keyword responsibility. I think same as everyone else who started a business, I was very fortunate. Bybit was the first business I started. And of course, the initial goal was trying to make something and to support the family and to make it, right?
Yeah.
And you don't think about all that impact. You think about survival, right? You have, initially we were in WeWork. We have very limited money. We like, how do we get customers? You're like survival mode every day for almost a year. And we were lucky that, this is also a thing with crypto, is that it's the tolerance for error is so huge that if you are entrepreneur in crypto or in blockchain, you are allowed to make a few mistakes because the industry and the token prices, everything. So you have a lot more opportunity. And we were lucky and we caught on. And during the age of that 2017, where all the exchange kind of started, along with Binance, FTX, and all the guys. And I think by 2021, we were about top 5 in the world. End of 2021, we were sponsoring a Red Bull racing team, as you see today. When you get to that point, you start to see, okay, because you pretty much have enough money to cover the lifetime. And you ask yourself, why do I come back? And why do I keep working on this? Yeah. And I'm having about 14 meetings a day on average. I think first part is the responsibility for my team. I have about 2,000 people that rely on me to make decisions, and it's my job. But most importantly is all these 2,000 people from Bybit are creating something that's creating a value for the customers. And in Web3 or in blockchain, what's really important is a reliable, good product. There are a lot of ideas, but execution is very lacking. From idea to execution, it takes a long way. And that's what we are really good at. We think we can build mass adoption product for different countries in need. So I think this is the responsibility we have now. And we look at what does the clients want? How can we make that product that helps them to onboard onto Web3? And we can see the freedom we offer, it become a choice. It makes crypto a choice for them. So yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, but if you think that the Web3 market is already global, so it's born global. So what is the situation or what is that activation mode that you need to plug when you join a new country? Because of course anyone from any country in the world can use the platform, can be in the market, but most of the people will only know the company, only know how to interact if they have support in their language. So what is the skill tree or the decision tree for activating a country? Is by the size of their market, by the if the market is mature or not. So maybe you can explain what is your vision for Brazil, since we are here recording.
Yeah, in Web3 is pretty global. It's like internet, right? And we typically you start to see client come to onboard onto Bybit initially, even without the language and without that. You see a pattern. And with crypto, I think, especially in this region, in Brazil, Argentina, and all these places, is that the traditional financial system is not as established as Europe, these places, so that people can actually jump directly into crypto, and they are adopted much faster.
Yeah.
So the adoption rate of crypto in Brazil, Turkey, or Argentina is massive. And this is the same example where, if you look at the US on telephone, they are very much adopted on landlines. Where China, we skip the landline because we directly jumped into satellite.
Yeah.
So no one was using a landline because by the time China grows, satellite was ready. So by the time Brazil or these developing countries is ready for financial infrastructures, crypto is a choice.
Yeah.
And then we start to look, how can we help these clients to onboard? And of course, support is something we need, language support, customer support. But most importantly is how to solve the step one problem. How do they exchange or deposit through BRL into crypto?
How they onboard, right?
Yeah. What is the challenge they're meeting? What is the local regulation is required? What we need to do? At the same time, you start to see a pattern. The market is very different. For example, Brazil clients is very into tokens, new spot tokens.
Yeah.
Whereas Korea clients are very into derivative trading. So it's very different. And then you cater towards that by collecting feedbacks for the clients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So since the beginning of the market, back in 2010, when the market started to establish itself, crypto exchanges played an important role in providing liquidity and being a place for traders and people interested in investing in this market could meet and settle transactions and stuff like that. But the market evolved as well as the narratives for exchanges evolved as well. So what do you think that cryptocurrency exchanges, which role they play in the current market, and which strategies Bybit is using to make themselves relevant to this market?
It's a very good question. Each country sees crypto very differently.
Yeah.
For example, in Turkey, we play the role of a even day-to-day living app. Not only a place you think of to change tokens or like stock exchange, but you can see because the Turkish fiat is dropping in value very fast. Yeah. So the moment monthly they get their salary, they exchange into crypto, stable coin or something. Yeah. And they use Bybit as a flexible saving as a bank feature, or they can buy some structured product to earn a not so bad yield. Mm-hmm. At the same time, they use our card to do spendings in the restaurants and shoppings and all that. For clients in that aspect, crypto is a day-to-day financial kind of living need. And that's what the exchange is pivoting towards for those clients. Whereas for example, in Japan, it's more Web3 focused. NFT still very popular, meme coins, Web3, but they want to use self-custody because they're very, for example, concerned with non-self-custody wallet. Then we as exchange need to provide them the self-custody wallet to explore into different DEXs, protocols, and all that. And for Brazil, maybe it's the banking infrastructure. So for different countries, very different. And the exchange needs to adopt. And this is why all the global exchange are very focused on product. Because product to deliver, to have a product to ready is the key. So the exchange is, our critical rule is to help mass adoption of this technology. Whether you need it for daily, day-to-day need or a trading need or Web3 need, whatever, we are building the bridge for you. And we want to make sure that the bridge is very solid and is something that clients are used to, so they can come on board.
Yeah, and what is great is as long as you build one feature for one country, it can be available for every country you step in, right? Or most of the countries, if the legislation...
On a big level, yes, you have a P2P market, but for P2P market in each country is very different. So you need to adjust a bit, tune it a bit for each country.
What is the role of education there? Because we are in a world that, including YouTube or social media, is enabling a lot of companies to grow and to be created. because the creator sometimes starts by educating their community, and then since he's connecting a lot of players in the market, he can start a company. So what is the role of educating the audience in the different countries? Because of course we are talking here in Latin America. Argentina had more than 100% inflation, so it's natural that they will have a eager to have those exchanges more like a protection. And in case of Brazil, is not so much for protection. I think that we have a more mature scenario now. We have very big events here in Brazil, where a lot of companies educating the different uses of this market. So what was the role of education at Bybit, and what do you believe that should be the focus of education and creators and their communities?
Education is the key, so I'm in Brazil. A lot of the local partners we talk to are all education based, and this is what we love to see. We feel like Brazil is very much education focused on this industry, whereas other places more like different projects and things. For us, we focus quite a lot on education. We have a Bybit Academy, as well as we work with all the local partners who have the capabilities to bring clients together, do the podcasts. I think you guys also do, online courses, offline courses. We work with our partners in terms of sponsoring them. We organize hackathons. We have a nonprofit initiative called the BGA that does blockchain hackathons with universities. So all of these things are trying to build the futures, and because crypto is still very difficult for ordinary people to understand, and unless you're really fluent in it, it sounds familiar. So this is why you need a good product, but at the same time, the software, that's the hardware. The software is the education that helps to run the hardware. Yeah.
Yeah, in the start of our conversation, you mentioned about decentralization and the importance of it to the Web3 ecosystems. And I'm curious to know about what are the challenges that Bybit face on implementing this mindset of decentralization in its operation on a daily basis?
Very good question. I give you an example. The problem of decentralized protocols and projects now is they are so hard to understand and to use for regular users. Even today, I do not know how to do all these DeFi yield and crazy things. And you click so many things, and all this code comes up. I also do not understand. And I heard recently many people get scammed still because it's simple. There was a Ethena stablecoin that was released. They have a yield protocol. Someone made a fake website and they don't know. They just plug their wallet and they lose all of it. So that's the problem of Web3. It offers a very attractive opportunities if you understand. But to get there, it's really you gotta go through the jungle, jump through like hoops. It's very dangerous. So
wild risk, right?
Yes. So it's there's gold, but to get there is very hard, even for the people who are in the industry. So we want to, I think for us as Exchange, we see ourselves as not Web3, not Web 2, but Web 2.5. So how can we help the users to get there safely? So we have a Web3 wallet that's completely self-custodied. And we see the problem of user using MetaMask is that it's only a wallet, it's only a protocol, and it doesn't do anything on top to help the users. So it has the hardware, but there's no software. Same as the education topic. So what we're doing is we see, okay, we need to combine these two. So we are building a wallet, but we have a massive team looking at all the scams. The moment one scam happens, anyone's on our wallet will get tipped off if they want to go there. We'll give you a massive warning, tell you don't go, there's people getting scammed there. This address or smart contract is problematic. And then people can vote, people can vote. We also have a feature that we can jump the queue. So if you we can set the limit if you have more than 100,000 transactions going into a smart contract that we know is a scam. We will pay the miners higher fees to block your transaction, to override your transaction, to make your transaction fail. So this type of human software interaction is much needed to protect people in Web3. Although you can still do all of the decentralized things. But again, purely decentralization requires very scientific methodologies, and it's very hard for ordinary people.
Yes.
So we're trying to figure out ways how to make it easier and faster for people to navigate.
And you don't have to be a decentralized autonomous organization. You can just be an organization facilitating the user experience in Web3, right?
Yeah, I think decentralization is not the goal. The goal is what it offers. It offers the freedom, the opportunity, the yield, the money, the interest, but how to get there is very difficult, and this is the key. Yeah.
And also, this is a very important year for crypto markets, right? We had the Bitcoin halving happening like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. We had the approval of the ETFs in the United States market, which is the largest capital market worldwide. We also had ETFs approved in Hong Kong, and there is a lot of institutional flow coming to the markets right now. I would like to know how Bybit is positioning itself to create a good relation with institutions and make sure they can drive along the way with them and construct a pretty solid environment for crypto.
Yeah. So for this bull run, I think start happening in February before the ETF, and then kind of March, carry on to March. It was initially what we see is all the institution flow that drove the price, and then the retail start to come in. Yeah. So pretty much you have 3 exchanges in the world that's very institutional grade, meaning that all the institutions are connected, and these are the top 3 exchanges. So I think for all of us, we're focusing now to give, and this is why this bull run is very different, is that exchanges are now institutional ready. In one way is that Bybit or Binance or OKX, the top 3, are all connected to third-party custody. So if you're an institution, like one of those ETF runners, you can have your money at a third-party custody and then do the trading only on the exchange and settle the settlements on a daily basis, whatever. So FTX won't happen because now the exchange don't have the money or the collateral, right? And second is also most exchanges are licensed in different jurisdictions. We have multiple licenses. Depends on what the institution need, we can offer different license for them to feel more protected. With license, the regulator does all the audits and all of that, so exchanges are more ready in that sense as well. Next is just the whole industry liquidity is a lot stronger, and the exchange are so sophisticated now in the exchange technology. It's very different than 2021. For example, Bybit, we have unified trading account. Sorry, yeah.
No, and it's also very different from the traditional markets, the legacy systems. I see exchanges with systems that are much more robust than what you have in the traditional markets, right?
Yeah, and we are built for crypto. For example, we never go down.
24/7, right?
24/7. All of the updates are done live. You don't feel it. And
now in US they are discussing to keep the stock exchange open 24/7 because of the pressure that they keep
from crypto.
Yes.
Yeah.
They the government was trying to understand what would be the impact, because if something happens, for instance, at the when had the attack from Iran to Israel.
Yeah.
Crypto reduced it by 10%. Bitcoin, Ethereum, the major ones. A lot of people buying gold.
Yeah.
And so they said, well, we have an issue, because now crypto is connected 24/7, but our regular exchanges, stock exchanges, they will need to wait until Monday. And in this new world, the investors, they feel that they are trapped. if their money is blocked by the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's a future that I don't know what will happen, because it's interesting to see that happening.
Yeah, you have instant price reactions, right?
Yes, because of course this is something that it started as this is all schemes, like the crypto world. No?
Yeah.
This is all schemes.
Money from the dark web.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it has some usability. You have the right to exist. Now let's create some ETFs. Now let's try to copy also the this 24/7 thing that is for the investor. It's real.
Yeah.
I'm in the weekend and I can do nothing in the exchange. So what do you think that will happen from now on? You think that there is a possibility, or is just the way that things are going to flow, that crypto or the Web 2.5 will be the reference and the other ones will catch up? So we'll have all the regular stock exchanges, etc., also in the Web3 or crypto world.
No, I think it will definitely be challenged, and eventually, when crypto trading is big enough, it will start to change the behavior of all these other smaller markets, right? And why shouldn't it be 24/7? I mean, that's the whole innovation of technology. When innovators start to come in, that's all we do is to challenge the traditional way of doing things. So I think it should be 24/7, and all the infrastructure is ready. So why not 24/7? And if you look at also not only from that point, the bank transfer system is the oldest system in the world. It's still, if you want to transfer money to China, it will take you 7 days from Swift. That's the craziest dinosaur technology, right? And that should be challenged too. I think with crypto being mainly adopted, banks will start to look at us and be like, hey guys, what are we doing? We need to drop the fees. We need to make it instant. So otherwise, people will have the freedom of choice to choose something much cheaper and faster. And that's what crypto is offer, is the choice. And that choice is very threatening, and is very to the old ways of doing things. Yeah. Because previously we never had a choice.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And talking about challenging the establishment, right? So it's really tough for the traditional financial industry and for the regulators as well. And talking about regulation, I believe that as a worldwide company that Bybit is, you act in different jurisdictions, and I think it's a huge challenge to make sure you are compliant with local regulations and legislations, especially when you offer different types of products. So if you could share with us something about this perspective and how Bybit make sure they are compliant with regulatory and legal establishments and concerns. It would be great.
With different jurisdictions, the rules are very different.
Yeah.
We are licensed and regulated in the UAE, and the requirement is to have full ML KYC procedures. But most of the playbooks are the same. Where we also have in Kazakhstan, Australia, New Zealand. We're applying license in Hong Kong and Singapore. Most of the jurisdictions is very similar, but some places they want you to have, for example, hardware wallet. In some places they want to see the client fund, be able to access that, a client record, and also when it comes to interpretation of AML in blockchain is very different, depends on jurisdiction, because everyone will then rely on chain analysis or these on-chain analysis. And where do you draw the line? Do you draw the line from the first wallet to your exchange, or the second, where we call 2 hops or 3 hops? Because when you talk about one, it's some resources. Every transaction you check 2 hops, it's a lot of resources. 3 hops is crazy resources. You have to we need to check your money flow to Bybit. Is this guy from this guy to this, and all these 3 guys are okay. If this guy was from a sanctioned individual, how much and how much? So these are all the rules. We have to work with regulator to explain to them how it works. Because sometimes regulators say, I don't want to sanction individuals. But at which point? For crypto, it's so transparent.
Yeah.
It's actually much more efficient, much more transparent than traditional system. You don't want I can make sure it's the first hop, no sanction, or the second hop, or you can even go further. If you go very far, everyone is associated with the sanction address to the extreme, because where the crypto come from, right? And so it's very interesting, and that's where you draw the line, and you start to talk. And you see the regulators start to learn about the industry on the concerns that they are concerning. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because sometimes they are also short-minded. Because, for instance, in the discussions that we see from regulators, sometimes they do say that Bitcoin is an investment. Sometimes they say that it is a currency.
Yeah.
So how do
Or
you apply
security.
Yeah, a commodity, right?
So if you apply taxes as this is an investment, good, not good, but acceptable. But then you need to understand the full picture, because otherwise, okay, if they lose, what they do? Because in Brazil, for instance, they were discussing some taxes over the returns if you gain in capital, in crypto, etc. But okay, we need to choose. This is a currency or this is an investment. And we should have different rules and different setups for them, right?
So not only the new technology and old technology is competing, regulators are competing too.
Yeah.
You have regulators seize crypto as opportunities, and they will go a little bit easy on the crypto gains or profit. They will think it's okay, it's regular, we will only charge you this amount, so it's fair, right? But you have other regulators who sees it as a, capital gain or a much higher tax break. Then the problem is that crypto is all connected. That means if you charge higher, clients will just get the crypto and withdraw to Dubai.
Yes.
Or to where it's friendly, where they can actually, again, have the choice to do that. Again, previously nobody had a choice. So what crypto offer is the choice on every single level. But you also have countries that views crypto as opportunity. They will say, hey, zero tax. Mm-hmm. That means it will earn all the new people who are embracing crypto, and you start to see maybe it's a really good economic opportunity for the country. So it's a very different approach, and also how do you treat it? So government need to think, I think, regulators are starting to see it as a more holistic view on, okay, is this the industry we want to welcome? And if we don't, we might lose out a lot of the people now as well. So it's a choice. I think.
And the mobility that we have now in the world is way easier for you, especially for the people that gain a lot of money in this market that it started in the beginning. For instance, here in Latin America, in Americas, El Salvador is doing that work. Yeah. So we love Bitcoin, we love crypto. If you have something related to crypto, you can come to El Salvador. That will embrace you.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is even our official currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It have some things to concern as a country, but they are welcoming. And I think that if El Salvador is able to create a community with education, etc., doesn't matter how good they are or they go, they will have some benefits because they are in front of people that maybe are more exposed in Europe or in US, Dubai, and Asia. But they will be more close to the core. For instance, I was trying to understand the ordinals, runes, those protocols that is happening right now in Bitcoin. For me, is like crazy stuff. But for sure, the ones that are engaging in the beginning, they are like 2 steps in front of everyone.
Yeah, we're in the age of digital nomads. Yeah. Everyone is digital, and this is the thing with crypto is that you cannot kill it. The moment you have internet, your people will have the choice of crypto. So if you don't jump on the board, people will go to places where they're welcoming to move there, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've attended a Token 2049, right? Brazil is embracing tokenization and central bank digital currencies as well. We have a project here called Drex, which is the digital real, which is our currency. And we also have regulatory sandboxes here that have all those companies with tokenizations of real world assets. I would like to hear a little bit more about your perspective on tokenization and what moves Bybit are making in this direction.
Yeah, I think Brazil is a lot of opportunity in that. We've talked to many partners. We understand the commodity trading here is very big.
Yeah.
And I think there's some projects going to, because when you have commodity, it's an illiquid asset. So you can issue a token to represent the value of the commodity. And then you can even issue a stable coin or a token, and then you can use to involve into crypto. So you can actually make it liquid and take advantage of the crypto market. So currently, all of the RWAs that we see are in that form. Is that people want to get into crypto, big firms or big fund, but they realize their clients or their money are stuck, and they want a token to be able to recognize that value as a collateral, so they can come into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all that. So it's this direction that we see so far. Maybe as the industry grows, you will see the other direction coming back to make crypto a way to be recognized to buy a traditional asset even. Yeah, but this is the way we're seeing now. And I think Brazil is very advanced in trying this new government-issued stable coins and all that. And my approach is we will always welcome it. As long as it connects to the global crypto market. Because currently I think it's still a sealed, non-connected system. Which I don't think I wouldn't call it a crypto. It's probably a digital thing, a digital token, whatever. But the moment it connects, it will help mass adoption. It will help everything. So as long as it can connect, I think that will be the breakthrough. Yeah.
Yes, and I think also that there are some benefits because here in Brazil, for instance, we have taxes for circulation. And I know that because, for instance, if you want to invest in gold, here you don't have you have taxes, but it's like they are considered almost as currency, so you can trade, etc. I mean, no further issues. If you buy silver, for instance, since we don't have silver nature here in Brazil, most of it in Latin America is in Colombia, we have taxes. So to buy silver in Brazil, you pay like 40% taxes. So imagine, how can you invest with something that you are paying for 40% and something that is physical, that it will move, and you get like 1 kilo or 100 kilos in your house. But if you have like a token of that silver, you solve the issue.
Right.
Yeah. For a lot of investors that maybe sometimes they want to invest, and one day if they are in, I don't know, US or Europe, they can
redeem
those tokens in a different country. So I think that we still scratching the surface in terms of a lot of ways that we will still build this scenario. The other thing that I'm seeing, and I would like to for you to have some comments on that, is the creators economy, because I'm seeing a lot of creators trying to create tokens to nurture and to also foster their communities. Of course, this relies on credibility, because you have a second layer of credibility. It's not only the confidence in the token or in the exchange, but the confidence in the creator. Because if by some reason they wake up and they say, I don't want anymore, they can take all the money. It's not a problem. So the token is right, the exchange is right, but all the credibility was created based on a person.
Right.
And we are seeing a lot of things like autonomy and trying to create those massive ways of connecting communities. Do you see that, or examples in other countries? What is the size of it?
So creator economy, you mean like fan token, right?
Yeah.
Some celebrities or
Yes.
a soccer team, sports team, right?
Or even
Or
NFT
even
collections. Right?
there are some people that are trying to, for instance, I can transform my future income in tokens, and if you help me right now, you have 10% of my income for my life.
Right.
They are trying that. Of course, this relies on the people, so it's difficult. But have you seen good examples or good scenarios, countries that are more in front of, more advanced than others? What is your view in terms of those, let's say, minor or second level tokens, because they are not for a big purpose, it's more for nurturing small communities?
Yeah. I think on that aspect, fan token creator economy is still starting. We've seen some good utilizations. We released a few NFTs with the Red Bull Racing team, and it was sold out. The way we do it is we release per races with different artists from the country, even
nice.
artists from Brazil, to draw an NFT for the clients.
Nice.
So at the end of the day, you really need the person to fully believe in crypto. For example, if yourself going to make a promise, say that you're releasing a fan token, and not only you're contributing your future income into the token, but what the fans, I think, really care about is the opportunity to see you, or the opportunity to get your signs, your music, or your whatever. So if the artist is truly believing that and puts in the effort and giving these utilities to the token will for sure be successful. But the problem is that most of what we've seen so far, all of the artists is not coming from themselves. It's from their agencies that want to make money out of their fame. They make a promise, they do it, and they run away, and they forget about it, they move on.
Yeah.
And the artists are still doing regular concerts. For example, if you're a huge celebrity, you just decided, I'm giving up my offline events, or I'm changing to online to people only holding my fan tokens. It's like a ticket. It will become extremely valuable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you keep creating, you keep doing this for the next few years. But so far, majority of these things are not from the person themselves. That's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's from the agency or the company that want to take advantage of crypto and make some money out of it. And that's the problem. It's not sustainable.
And
Right,
if
yeah.
something goes wrong, they would say that they got
They didn't do
scammed.
it. Yeah, they got scammed, or so that's the problem of all that.
Yes.
And for companies, do you see tokenization or NFTs or monetizing their communities using tokens or some sort of crypto asset as a new opportunity for revenue generation, or this is pretty much like the fun tokens you just described?
People somehow think crypto is actually never the case.
Yeah.
If you're a football team here, like Flamingo, let's say, you decided to sell your token not using paper, you will still sell the same amount of tickets.
Yeah.
But it's the utility I can verify. Then they get a big prize. They get an opportunity to see the celebrity and all that. Then that utility makes it more valuable.
Or
And
even help make decisions with the team.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
and that utility is something NFT can give, because what NFT solves is that it cannot be faked. The problem with internet is everything used to be able to be faked. I can take a picture of this. You can say it's yours. I can say you cannot tell. NFT is say this is mine. It's the same as tickets, right?
Yeah.
But if you can do it that way, it will create more value. But simply making it NFT and people are expecting it to make more money, it doesn't work. It typically is the opposite. Yeah. Yeah.
In terms of the market, you still see a lot of newcomers or new joiners. You see more a scenario of consolidation. What is the scenario that you think that the big companies that are working in the market will face in the next 5 years? Because for sure, the market can have still swings. And during swings, some companies need to fund, and then is a common thing to find some common ground and to consolidate. You are seeing that? Are you looking forward to buy some small companies, to increase the portfolio that the company is holding as a whole? Or you still think that by the size that you are now, you can develop the features and don't need directly to consolidate with anyone at this moment.
Oh no, you always have to consolidate because you are never, as a global brand, you are reminded whenever I'm in different countries, we cannot compete with local players because as a global, okay, we have a lot of people, 2,000, but for Brazil we have maybe 2, where the local player have 20.
Yeah.
Then it's a soccer, it's a football game. You can never
it's
win.
Unfair.
Yes, right. And you need local payment. You need local lawmakers. You need local podcasts to help us to breach the market. Otherwise, how are we gonna do it? Yeah. So, but yeah, and it's always good to do it when the market is a bit low. We did some consolidation acquisitions when the market was low. Now everyone is asking for a lot.
Yes,
Here, okay.
Yes,
So, but it's good to keep contact. But if it's very critical infrastructure we have to have, then of course it requires acquisition and M&A. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Looking forward, we have a lot of different narratives taking place in the crypto markets. We see decentralized physical infrastructure networks. We see decentralized science and all those sorts of stuffs. We see runes on Bitcoin as well as ordinals. How Bybit is positioning itself to make sure they can offer those types of products to its clients.
Yeah, that's how do we position Bybit as exchange? I think in this wild Web3, we are the kind of the guys that's driving the boat, and we're also the infrastructure. I always say that we build the road, the bridge to the city, but we don't create the city. The city is, for example, ordinals. That's happening today. We have to be fast enough to understand the market is moving there. Immediately we know, ordinal is becoming very popular. A lot of clients asking ordinal, okay, we need to build. So we build an ordinal market. We connect the exchange to the ordinal BRC20 protocol, so our client can start to buy and purchase and mint ordinals. If we don't have that, and other exchanges do it faster than us, we lose, and we might actually get obsolete.
Yeah.
So this game is very savage because everyone is exploring, and the moment someone sees a gold, exchange are building their ways there, and if you're slow and the gold and client is already there, you need to make sure you find the next one and you build. So we're constantly building and connecting and making sure we are competitive.
In this Web3 industry, it's pretty tough, right? Because there's a lot of parallel narratives arising every single day. And it's hard to keep up, right? Even for us that study this market every time, every day.
It's hard to keep up, but you got to keep trying.
Yeah.
And because the opportunity cost for you lose that one big mine is so big, it might kill you. So that's why the exchange, everyone in the industry is very aware of what's happening and you be very spot on and then be able to connect there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are facing our time constraints. And I know that you have 40 meetings a day, so you should be also working a lot, even here traveling in Brazil. So do you have any last question?
No,
or
I think that's it.
I would like first to let you share some messages or anything you want to connect with our audience. So the time is yours. Thanks again for this conversation. It's always good to talk that people that are not only inspiring but changing the future and the markets that we are so passionate about it. And if you need anything in Brazil, of course, count on me, count on Nicolas also. And if you like this conversation, already give our thumbs up, dê seu like no canal e estamos juntos. So, messages for the audience, for Brazil, for...
Thank you for inviting me. It's really a privilege to be here, to understand the market. It's my first time here, but we've been talking to amazing people and partners. I think moving forward, Bybit will be a lot more committed. We're going to put a lot more resources to the market to give support, whether it's education or product. So we'll be here to grow the market. And thanks for the support and looking forward to see you guys. Yeah.
Good.
First of many, I hope.
Okay. Yes.
Final message, Nicholas.
Oh, just want to thank you guys. Thank you, Ben, for all your knowledge, and invite you to know us a little bit better. If you have any doubts about crypto, blockchain, and what Web3 can offer, make sure you follow BlockTrends BR, and we will be glad to help you all.
Yes, and that's conversation in Singapore. During the,
sure.
during
Or
the race.
Dubai. Or
Yeah,
Dubai.
or Dubai. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you next.